He's back.
Sweet Popeye the Sailor Man. What are they doing?
Thank you.
So much more.
What?
Look at that.
Garage Shack Show. The new series of Friday Night with Jonathan Ross starts next Friday at 10:40 on BBC1.
I kind of promised my husband I'll keep everything, covered up.
Yes! Wow, we made the most of this opportunity and it's great,
Castaway, Sunday at 9 on BBC1.
Elizabeth Sorry is playing it cool now on BBC One. Prepare for bad news with tonight's weather view.
Hello there. If you were perhaps thinking about doing a little bit of spring cleaning this weekend and putting away all your winter woolies, then I'd say don't do that just yet because it looks like winter could be making a bit of a return. Not just yet though. Today in fact will be the last of the mild days, so do make the most of it. In fact, it's mild out there at the moment, and through the small hours we will see a little bit of rain coming and going across western Scotland, northwest England. Elsewhere it should be dry though through the rest of the night. Quite a bit of cloud around and a bit of breeze as well. That's keeping the temperatures well up. 7 or 8 degrees will be our minimum value for most of us. Now into the morning, well, we'll still see that rain across the northern half of Scotland. The worst of the winds across the Northern Isles should have eased off by then. The rest of Scotland starting dry, reasonably bright, a little bit of sunshine here and there. For northern England, well, there will be some sunshine, particularly across more eastern parts. Further west, I think, staying fairly cloudy. As we head down through into East Anglia and the southeast of England, not a bad start to the day. I think there will be a fair bit of cloud to start off with, but we will see that cloud breaking up and there'll be a bit of sunshine to come. As we head out towards the southwest, maybe cloudier skies across the coast there of Cornwall, parts of West Wales as well staying fairly cloudy, but there'll be some sunshine for many people. Bit of a breeze blowing. Northern Ireland, fairly windy I think through the morning. Fair bit of cloud around, a few breaks in that cloud towards the east. Now through the afternoon, most of the rain is going to turn up across western Scotland. I think that's where it's really going to be very wet through the afternoon. Elsewhere it'll just be bits and pieces. Northern Ireland, northwest England, perhaps North Wales, just seeing some spits and spots here and there, but it shouldn't really affect the Midlands, at least through daylight hours, so you'll stay dry with some sunshine. Temperatures up to 13 degrees or so, but more cloud coming in across northern England and much of Scotland, as you can see. And as I mentioned, the worst of that rain will be in the west there. For Northern Ireland, there'll be outbreaks of rain coming and going, quite a breeze blowing. Temperatures still up to 12 degrees though in Belfast, and similar sort of values really across much of Wales and the southwest of England, but here a better chance of seeing some sunshine, particularly I think to the eastern side of any high ground. That's where you're likely to see the best breaks in the cloud. Quite a bit of breeze blowing across the south, but it shouldn't stop the temperatures rising well into double figures. The high value of 16 degrees for the afternoon. That'll be in London. Now, through the rest of Saturday, we're going to see quite a change because the rain in the north will start to slip southwards on this cold front, and as the name suggests, it'll bring down some much colder air. Some very windy weather for a time as well across the far north of Scotland, thanks to a deep low. Now, the rain itself will clear away from the south quite quickly, I think, on Sunday. It'll brighten up here, but plenty of wintry showers will be plastering their way across northern Britain, where it'll feel increasingly cold, especially given those strong winds. Now, snow is going to be quite a hazard for much of the UK through late Sunday and into next week. So more and more of us will become affected by that, and it's well worth staying tuned to the forecast. So by Monday, I think we'll see some wintry showers. That's hail, sleet and snow turning up almost anywhere across the UK, and temperatures by then really struggling, feeling colder still, given those strong northerly winds. So it looks like spring will give way once again to winter.
Join me, Stephen Merchant, for my show on BBC 6 Music this Sunday afternoon. I like to think of it as an interesting new approach to radio. I play records for you, you play records for me. But don't make a date for it, you know what I mean? It's not worth staying in for. I mean, you're busy people, you're probably doing something much more exciting. Stephen Merchant, Sundays at 3 on 6 Music.
Well, it's been a brilliant night. Thanks for watching, and especially if you've donated to Comic Relief. We've highlights of England's opening game in the Cricket World Cup at 5, but for now, on BBC One, we're handing over to BBC News 24.
And there's more of our international news with our news service BBC1. If you've got Freeview, then just press your red button and you'll find that. If you're watching via digital satellite, just press red as well. You'll find News 24 there up in that top left-hand corner, for instance. Well, we'll be back with you at 5 o'clock with another bulletin of world news here on News 24. That's after Straight Talk now with Andrew Neil.
If you give blood, it's more than likely you're closer to the person who's receiving it than you think. There's a theory called the 6 degrees of separation. This states you could be connected to anyone else on the planet through a chain of no more than 5 other people. Why not give blood? You never know whose life you might save. Do something amazing. Give blood.
Do you have to settle for the hand that life's dealt you?
I've got to get you in a part manner or you're going to end up like my dad.
I wouldn't bet on it.
I would. I think your son should sit the scholarship exam.
She thinks you're bung-up material.
My life is far from perfect.
Do you want to swap?
It was a bet. You didn't think he actually liked you, did you?
Jessie Wallace returns to BBC1 with George Cole and Nathaniel Parker. A Class Apart, next Friday at 8:30 on BBC1.
He's back.
Sweet Popeye the Sailor Man. What are they doing?
Thank you.
So much more.
What?
Look at that.
That Chat Show. The new series of Friday Night with Jonathan Ross starts next Friday at 10:40 on BBC1.
And from Friday nights to Saturday mornings, starting now on BBC1 with England's opening game against New Zealand. All the highlights of the Cricket World Cup.
It's really, really important that we have our say.
You think my vote counts for more?
It makes a real difference whether we vote or not.
If they don't vote, they're going to be stuck with the same thing.
Our future in Europe is in your hands. Pick a song.
Eurovision, making your mind up. Tonight at 7:30 on BBC1 with your decision at 9:30.
A tasty start to the weekend with Saturday Kitchen at 10. Now on BBC1 at 6 o'clock. Time for breakfast.
Good morning and welcome to Breakfast from BBC News with me, Charlie Stayt. Drinking ourselves to death. Forget binge drinking and rowdy behaviour. Doctors warn the real threat to our health is what we put away at home. That's our main story today, Saturday, March the 17th. Good morning and thanks for joining us also on today's programme. 4 youths have been charged with the murder of Kojo Yenga in West London. Sally Clark, who was wrongly jailed for murdering her 2 sons, has been found dead. The online mix-up that means some families pay more to take children on holiday than they'd pay for adults. A tryout for Wembley. 60,000 local people are invited to put the stadium through its paces.
Is my face bothered? No, wait a minute. Does my face look bothered though?
No, are you messing with my mind?
Face bothered.
He wasn't, but thousands were, as the 11th Red Nose Day raised more than £40 million. And Mike's flushed with success after scoring in yet another new activity. First, our main story. The Royal College of Physicians has criticised the government for putting too much focus on young binge drinkers and antisocial behaviour. They say the much bigger health issue is the amount of alcohol being consumed routinely by people at home. The doctors say alcohol is too cheap and too available, and they're calling for tougher measures to combat the problem.
And I would roll 500 miles, and I would roll 500 miles just to be the man who rolled 1,000 miles.